Sub-Zero. Lee May. Serena. Frost. Jax. Cage Mansion.
Fear the Lin Kuei! Snowed in.
Oh.
Reptile. Scorpion. Serena. Sonya Blade. Treasure Chamber.
Yo, yo, can y'all hear me now? There y'all go. Oh man. Well, I guess I gotta edit that out. Jesus. Yeah, y'all can hear me now. Ain't that some bullshit? I've been talking for like 30 minutes. Hey, I'm gonna blame that on Phil Spencer, man. I know y'all didn't think I was just sitting here bullshitting around with not even really playing the game. I'm just sitting here. Oh man. I done went over the whole list of everything. Fuck it. We're gonna start from scratch. Fuck it. Hey, we're gonna do what we do, man. Anyway, let me bring up my little list I have here. Man, salute to y'all, man. Salute to y'all for staying in here watching me obviously talk to my goddamn self. Addict, man, you could have called hey, one of y'all could have called me or something and be like, what the hell you doing, J Dub? Yeah, I don't man, that's crazy, man. Sean Price, what's good, my brother? Listen, thank y'all for coming to rock out with me. We finna get it started. I guess again, shit, I done been talking for 30 minutes, man. Anyway, fuck it. State of today, Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct and PlayStation had a PlayStation. I guess you would call it a state of play. Nintendo came out, they showed some stuff, but it was mostly mid. It was a wash, it was a dud. Somebody had to save the day, and of course, what better than the goats of gaming? Hey, Mortal Kombat is actually dope. I've been playing it since last night. Hey, they moves is crazy, finishing moves too. Right now, I'm just just bullshitting around while I talk to y'all. I wanted to kind of play some of the campaign, but I don't know if some of the stuff is copywritten. You know, I don't want to get my channel or the video striked or whatever, so I'm gonna just do some practice, just kind of show y'all some stuff. Um, we then so after Nintendo was a bust, Sony came out in their showcase. Whatever I'm gonna tell you, that first game they had called Baby Legs, Baby Shoes, Bot Legs. Anyway, it was a demo for an Xbox exclusive. So we're just gonna chalk that up. I don't know what the hell kind of game that is, but it ain't for me. But we're gonna have Roblox. I think y'all seen it last week. Roblox is finally coming to PlayStation, and as you know, a lot of kids and a lot of streamers game on Roblox. So now that that's coming to the largest install base in the world for consoles, that's going to be huge. There's going to be a lot of people not having a reason to own an Xbox now. That was exclusive to Xbox, and the only way, yeah, the wonky platform, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to this list. So they came out, they talked about Roblox. It's going to be coming next month, October the 10th. Then they followed that up with Ghostbusters VR, and that's why I'm so hyped. Can you imagine playing with 4 or 5 of your friends? Actually, 4 of your friends in Ghostbusters VR catching ghosts? Yeah, he said you could play a normal match. How's the intros? Yeah, I'll play a normal match. See, that's the thing about it. I don't know what I can show, what you can stream, but we'll try it. I turned the audio down, the music and all that stuff. I turned all that stuff off to make sure that I didn't get any strikes. These are the characters here. Shang Tsung, of course, the usuals are there. Rain, Smoke, your boy Scorpion.
Scorpion.
A while ago, I was just playing with Reptile. Johnny Gaming, what's up, my brother? Megan Fox, did she play? It was a Katana. I think Katana Molina, one of them. Yeah,
Sindel.
I'll go against Sindel real quick. There we go.
Reptile. Scorpion. Serena.
She's really. I'm gonna be honest.
Frost.
She's not a good actor. She's just that chick that they put out there to show the body and stuff. That's why they got the camera all up her ass. And I ain't mad, but I'm just telling you that's what kind of actress she is. It's not because of her talent.
Sundel.
You know what I'm saying? It's because of her
Earthbound
assets.
shapeshifters went extinct long ago. If some
Anyway,
Saterans
Ghostbusters
had had their
VR.
way, I would have too.
They followed Ghostbusters VR up with Resident Evil 4 VR. Can't wait. That's coming out in January.
Round one.
They
Fight.
also announced the DLC Separate Ways with Ada. Bro, this game is fucking crazy. Dude, that boy Scorpion. I should have got Scorpion. Oh, he stopped it. Bam. Got him. So they followed up
Round two.
the
Fight.
Resident Evil 4 VR and the DLC Separate Ways with Avatar. Avatar, at first, the first couple of showings of Avatar, it looked at mid. But this showing here, it actually looks next gen. It's looking fire, so it's looking like it's going to be a must buy, a must have. He thought he was going to get me. Eh. Listen, Mortal Kombat, man, listen. Look at this shit. Oh, he thought he had me. The fighters this year?
Finish it.
Listen, the fighters this year? Oof. Oh, man. We got Street Fighter 6 that came out. We got this. We got Tekken coming out, I think, in what, January? Yeah. Let's see. The Brutality. Um, the effects show why this is not only.
Reptile wins.
Yeah, why this is on PS5. No, it's, yeah, definitely. But keep in mind, this is the Unreal Engine 4 game. This is not even an Unreal Engine 5. So can you imagine? And I think the reason it's not on Unreal Engine 5 because it's a fighter and it's an esports like what's the Sony bought it's an Evo fighter, right? So it has to be um 60 frames a second lock. It has to be all of that. So I think right now with the Unreal Engine 5, it's going to take a while for them to narrow it down where you can get these games running at high frame rates and with all the graphics and all that stuff. You know what I'm
Rain.
saying?
Baraka. Serena. Sector.
Jimmy Harrison was good, player. Hey, I'm attempting to talk about these goddamn games, but at the same time, I'm playing this goddamn Mortal Kombat too. So you know, so after Avatar, they came out with Ghost Runner 2. By the way, the demo to that game is out now. You can go
Temple of
try it right now.
Tatavala.
The game was really good on PC
If I knew,
and
I would
PlayStation and
tell you.
Xbox. My son, yeah. There's 65 suits in Spider-Man 2. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get Spider-Man 2. I'm just going down the list.
Round one. Fight.
So y'all can try it out at least. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look at those effects, man. Get your ass out of there. Look at that shit, man. That shit's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, this shit, they did a hell of a job. If you're a fighter guy, you're spoiled this year. This year's when all the fighters came out. Trip his ass.
Don't wet yourself.
Let's see what else game. Right after that, the
Fight.
Ghost Runner 2, they talked about the new PS5 Deep Earth covers and controllers. New colors. Red, blue, and like a titanium or a silver. Those things look amazing. And I think that's one of the best things Sony did this generation thus far. They really made it easy where you can spend $39 and replace the covers, the plastic covers. So that's not too expensive, and you can always collect a variety of them. I got a ton of them. Right now, I'm playing on
Finish him.
Um, my Final Fantasy 16 themed console. Shout out to them for that. That keeps me from having to buy a whole new PS5 just for that. They're doing the same. They did the same thing with Spider-Man. Damn, I missed Jay Tutu don't send it. What's good, people? I'm
Rain.
sorry, y'all. I'm catching up. The Tommy Bull said the NVMe SSD getting cheap. Listen, yeah, we have support. PS5 has support for 8 terabytes. 8 terabyte SSD. You can get a 2 terabyte SSD right now for like $100. For 1 terabyte, it's going to cost you $250 for an Xbox SSD. So it looks like Sony, by them not doing the whole proprietary thing, they really won on that. That was a good decision. Yeah, listen, man. For whatever reason, man, I keep filling up these goddamn SSDs. Let me see. Um, After the Deep Earth covers, they brought out Helldivers 2, and that Helldivers 2 is looking spiffy. Man, Johnny Gaming, he's starting with his shit. Let me get through the list first before we talk about that, brother. My brother said the Starfield Metacritic falling. Listen, every day that shit dropping a point a day. They talking about stop the steal.
Kenshi.
They said stop the steal. Helldivers, listen, for all these dudes crying that Sony don't make multiplayer games and stuff like that, you can't shit on it. The
Gamba.
game looked great. Give it a try. It is what it
Sareena.
is.
Cyrax. Frost. The
It
Hourglass.
We
looks
only
really
have a few
good.
minutes to fight.
The
That
game
should be
looks
plenty of
really good.
time.
I'm that game looks like something I'm gonna play day one, and it looks like some shit that I've been looking for. I had part one on the Vita
Round one. Fight.
and on a PS4. Oh, she finna whoop my ass. Y'all see this shit? I can't even concentrate trying to. I can't even get through the list. Get your ass over there, bitch. Cyrax, man. Come on, you ain't good for shit. Damn.
When you're dead.
Telling you, stomp my ass out.
Fight.
By the way, I'm streaming directly from my PS5, guys. I'm not on the PC like I was the other day. I didn't feel like going in that room and doing all that shit. I said, let me just boot up the PS5, go live, talk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But let me get through this list so we can talk some shit. Then after Helldivers 2, they came out with fucking Spider-Man. Why did they bring out Spider-Man 2? And man, my God, that game looks fucking crazy. You got all the comic costumes and additional and variations. You can have up to 160 different variations. The transition between Miles and Peter is fucking seamless. And they did it right. Some missions you're doing with Miles, if you switch, you can do with Peter. Some missions you can do it tagged together. They got the web suits now, the high tech suits. I mean, all kind of stuff. So now you flying through the air. You can do all kind of shit. The game is listen. It's definitely a GOTY contender. The game probably is up there to win game of the year. Metacritic score aside, I think it's going to get maybe a 90, 92 Metacritic at the most, given the chaos that's going on and all that stuff. So we had Spider-Man 2, and we'll talk a little bit about that more, but I want to get through this list. Tales of Arise. They came out with the DLC Beyond the Dawn. That was a great game. I beat it on Xbox, I believe. I got it on both platforms. Beautiful game. Great fucking game. I recommend you guys go and buy that game if you haven't played it. Tales of Arise. You don't have to be in the Tales series. They have Tales of Berseria, Tales of all kind of variations of the Tales series. Then they came out with Honkai Star Rail. That's a game that's looking like it's going to be something. It looks like it's going to be something. And it does have that Zelda Breath of the Wild. It has that whole graphics, art style, and stuff. But a lot of these modern games have that, and I think that's just kind of what they do. Then they brought out Foam Stars. Believe it or not, I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about Foam Stars. The previews. Cloud Strife was good, my brother. Yeah, yeah. Swag Bag was good. Yeah, the rock. Yeah, that is a must play. Tola Rule was good. He said, I do fully say the state of play was such a banger today. Nintendo had a few nice things with the Peach game, but nothing else. Yeah, listen, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Spider-Man was the cream of the crop. Those are the big guns, but they had a lot of good shit in there in between. That's why I'm trying to go through this list to kind of tell y'all what they had. So Foam Stars, a lot of previews from that. By the way, we get a demo of Foam Stars. Not only demo, but it's the beta, the open beta. The public beta. We get that, I believe, later this month or next month. So we got that. Then they finished off with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like, hey, for a state of play, this fucking showcase wasn't bad at all. I take it. This shit was a 10 to me because nobody expected this. They really showed some good games. Yeah, that first game they had, that's some shit that I ain't gonna play. But you can't just sum up a whole show off of one game. Like, come on, let's not be stupid. They brought out the big guns. Helldivers 2, that was a big one. That's like, go back and watch these trailers in 4K. They uploaded the trailers. So that pretty much summed it up. You know what I'm saying? That pretty much summed up the state of play. Um, Great show. Again, I gave it a 10 out of 10 because I didn't think that they was going to show all the other stuff that they showed, and they did. They showed some nice stuff. You can't be mad at that. Mello is really right his son. He said he gave it 8.5 out of 10. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. There's something for everybody there. They had your VR stuff. They had your indies. They had your Tinky Winkies. They had your big stuff. You know what I'm saying? He said that Rebirth left me feeling hype. Hell yeah. Listen, we got release dates. We actually got release dates. You know what I'm saying? Dudes can't say PlayStation ain't got no game for 2024. And guess what? That's not even first. Most of that wasn't even first party stuff. So imagine when they show the first party stuff that's coming next year. He said Xbox is dog shit. Give Activision. Listen, Xbox is doing so bad right now. Dudes are back to talking about the FTC and the CMA. Think about that. Starfield didn't do what they thought it was going to be. It wasn't the game of the generation. It wasn't the game of the year. Hell, it wasn't even the game of the day. Baldur's Gate came and just destroyed that shit. Tommy Bull said the Rise of Ronin. I want to see it. Yeah. We don't have a release date for Rise of Ronin. I think that game gonna launch. I'm gonna be honest, 2025 at the latest, at the end of 2024. You know what I'm saying? 6 2 on the block. I can't deal with the lies. I'm out. Man, big facts, brother. Big facts. Look, I'm just saying, brother. The showcase was lit. They had something for everybody. That shit was lit. He said, imagine if they skip Starfield for the GOTY show. Yeah, man. Man, bro say he wanna drop his Xbox because they keep forcing Game Pass down his throat. Listen, hey man, Xbox is now officially Game Pass. It's the Game Pass box. Cloud Stripe said, J-Dub, but the velocity architecture, they told me Xbox SSD loads faster. Big facts, brother. Big facts. Starfield, they literally, it has no next generation features. They didn't take advantage of any of the Xbox architecture. And I'm gonna be honest, that tells me it really was an Xbox One game. It was supposed to be an Xbox One game. And at the last minute, Phil came in and say remove the last gen consoles and just make it exclusive for the series. So that was a last minute deal. True Bleed said, don't forget about Silent Hill 2 remake. Big facts, brother. Big facts. So it's a lot of games that's going to come next year. Sony's just being so fuck. But you got to understand, right? If they're able to just show up on a random Thursday, drop a state of play on us, and give us an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 state of play with some third party games and some indies, and one or two big hitters, that means they don't feel a threat from Microsoft or Nintendo. Because if they were feeling threatened, they'll drop that Naughty Dog shit, that Guerrilla Games shit, that Sucker Punch shit. They'll drop some of the, you know what I'm saying? The shit that they've been really cooking behind the scenes. And this is why, like, when you have competition, like, ain't nobody finna bring out all they big guns if you're not giving them a reason to. You know what I'm saying? They want to save that in case fucking, they're gonna have to use that to fight the fucking Switch next year. The Switch 2. But they got that PS5. Y'all keep forgetting that PS5 Pro coming next year. What if they waiting for that to drop? That Naughty Dog game or whatever that Guerrilla Games is working on, or the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Marathon. Yeah. One thing we know is whenever Marathon come out, the shit is gonna be cracked. We know that. That's like almost guaranteed. Heath the Heathen Stevens, what's good, my brother? What is good, player? My brother said, as a PC gamer, I appreciate what the Xbox does to release games on PC, but honestly, I'm waiting. I'm gonna finish. I gotta pull up YouTube on my phone so I can finish reading. I really want to get what you were trying to say. So I can finish reading. Yeah, he said, I'm waiting for something like Fable or Gears because Bethesda games are only fun with mods for me. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. Bethesda games only become good when other people come and fix the shit and make it fun. Now you done played Starfield. Everybody done dropped Starfield. Now they got to sit around and wait for some mods to come and bring some other modes and fix some shit. Like, come on, man. Just saying. I think, being honest, I think next year is going to be that year. But if Microsoft is not really bringing, I mean, I don't know. There wasn't going to be anything this year that could touch Spider-Man as far as like the big marketing push and all that stuff. I think Spider-Man was always going to overshadow everything. Starfield, everybody dropped that game already. Once they saw the Metacritic kept going down, it's going to end up at around a 79, 78. Kind of where it should be. Cloud Stripe say they always say what PlayStation got coming 2024. We got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Silent Hill 2, Helldivers 2, Foam Stars, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Big facts. I got both collector's editions, the Grand Blue Fantasy Relink and the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Wolverine. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, if Sony just drop all of this shit, they just drop all the big games. Like, that's not even fair. Sony shouldn't even want to drop all their big games like that. Like, drop one or two of them, and then like let the competition breathe a little bit. Right now, man. He said Starfield only has 180,000 people on Steam. Hey, that shit died quick. We said that though. We said it's a one and done. The box was talking about they was gonna put in hundreds of hours in that shit. They out there talking about you got to beat the game, and then you got to play it on New Games Plus to get, like, come on, man. Hey guys, don't forget that Silent Hill 2, but and the Metal Gear. We got the Metal Gear coming. And allegedly there's another Final Fantasy game. I don't know if it's Final Fantasy 8. I don't know what I don't know how they feel about, all of that, but we'll see. We just know Sony got, they got some AKs in the back that they can use at any time. They don't feel any need to just drop that shit just erroneously. They're gonna wait for the big shit to come out. They may wait for the Switch too. They want to give people reason to buy that fucking PS5 Pro and instead of that Switch 2. What better than to drop your big shit right at the PS5 Pro launch? You know what I'm saying? People in line for the Switch 2, and they be like, man, I might that PS5 Pro looking spiffy with that fucking Silent Hill 2 or that Wolverine. Yeah, there is the DLC for Final Fantasy 16. Can't wait for that. Definitely can't wait for that. No, it's not. There's three games. There's three games in the Final Fantasy for PlayStation. It's one game, but they split it into three games. So Rebirth is part two. It's like the second game. And probably in 2025, 2026, they'll probably drop the last game, whatever that's going to be named. And then, after that, they're going to drop the collection, right? That has all three games. You know how they do. Cyberpunk 2.0 update looks fire. Yeah, I want to see how that is. Cassandra Lang. Yeah, I didn't. I streamed on my PlayStation 5 directly instead of going through my computer and stuff like that. So I appreciate you all the same. I'll probably do a stream tomorrow, and because I really want to take the trailers, the 4K trailers that they have, and I want to put them together and then talk to y'all over that, and we'll just talk about each trailer. But right now, I wanted to show y'all Mortal Kombat, and I want to just talk a little bit about what's going on with the state of play. So yes, Mortal Kombat 1 is worth picking up. It has J Dub's seal of approval. The graphics, the gameplay, the frames. I hadn't ran into any slowdown or anything. I mean, just look at these graphics, man. I'm gonna tell you, this Helldivers 2, I am really hyped for that game. I'm really gonna be with the homies on that game. Oh, we forgot about Death Stranding 2. That's supposed to be coming next year. Shout out to Tommy Bull for that. I forgot, man. Like, damn, 2024 looking stacked. Yeah, that Helldivers 2, man. It's like did you see, in order to shoot the rockets, your teammate have to come while you hold the your teammate have to join you while you hold the rocket steady and aim it. Your teammate has to load each rocket into the thing. That's crazy. That's teamwork. You really got to use teamwork in order to be successful in that game.
Smoke. Kano. Striker. Dark Cotton Colony.
Listen, I'm gonna be streaming Helldivers all fucking day. See, here's the thing, Tommy Bull, about Helldivers. See, games that require teamwork, you got to get you a good squad. You just can't have some regular niggas. Just like you gotta have a squad. You gotta have people that knows tactics and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Finish him.
Dr. Martin Van Nostrom, what's good, player?
Fatality.
True Bleed said, "Can we all admit Spider-Man 2 is the next generation game?" Listen, I'm being honest, man. I see dudes already doing the whole fucking talking about downgrade. They blurring the picture. I mean, y'all know what the same shit they do. They talk about the puddles and they already on it. I hate to say it, they already they fuck shit. It is what it is. What else do you expect the last place people to do? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't expect them to do anything more than what they doing.
Raiden. Kano. Goro.
Bro said Xbox is dog shit. God damn.
Temple of Kataravala.
Forza, the hype for Forza already went out the door, man. When that fucking game is basically a 30 frame a second game. All the replays where you actually look and see ray tracing is 30 frames a second. GT replays is 60 frames a second. Um, That game is a dynamic 4K 30 frames a second game. It has a dynamic, I think 1080p scaled up to close to 4K as possible. That dynamic shit at 60 frames a second, but you lose the ray tracing and all that stuff. So I mean, it's already they already moved on from that game, brother. I hate to say it. You ain't heard you ain't heard no bots talking about that fucking game after they found that out.
Finish him.
Yeah, that is it's crazy. The way they use that
Fatality.
SSD for
Baraka
Spider-Man,
wins.
that shit
Flawless
crazy,
victory.
man. And you know what? After playing a game like Starfield and you jump over to Spider-Man, that lets you know. That just lets you know. Xbox they just stay in a whole they are really in the last generation. They never crossed over to this gen. And it's the truth. Zero loading screen. Even the transition from Peter Parker to Miles, like that shit is just seamless.
Nitara. Sindel. Kano. Striker. Sundo.
What else we got? Sony playing their cards close. They got plenty, but there aren't enough competition to reveal. I say the same thing. Yeah, Johnny, you're right. They're gonna call the DLC and cry about it. Do their pixel peep.
Finish her.
He said them buck streams be popping when you be joining, Senior Dub.
Fatality. Nitara wins. Flawless victory.
Yeah, yeah, man. Hey, listen, I like to get in there. I'm trying to get my man Buck up to like 200 followers and then 300. Ramp him up. Buck be funny as hell, man. If y'all haven't, go join Buck that. Go join his channel. He be going. He go live, and then I'll join him if I see him live. I'll join him. We just pop shit. Sometimes we talk about aliens. Sometimes we talk about the news of the day. There's just PlayStation shit. Yeah, all the bots they talking about the showcase was trash, yada yada yada. They still on their
Authority.
revenge shit. They want revenge for last generation. They want their revenge for Starfield not being Game of the Year and GOTY. Like they're trying to make up for lost time. You know what I'm saying? My brother Big Money said he said it perfectly yesterday. PlayStation dudes have been saying nanny boo boo for like 15 years straight. They want their nanny boo boo moment. They're tired of dudes teasing them and poking fun at them and shit like that. They want their moments back. And it's just like they never get that shine.
Furious. Cyrax. Striker.
Yeah, we talked about
You
it, Strife, the
fortress.
plates. So I got the Spider-Man 2 console and the Spider-Man 2 controller. I got that for my son. Um, I got one set of plates that I kind of keep in my little collection or whatever, but
Finish
that's it.
him. Fatality.
Hey,
Astra
they fatalities be
wins.
ruthless, man.
Flawless victory.
He said Xbox fanboys criticize Sony, but they don't have any real next gen. They literally They don't have no game. They don't have no 60 frames a second game. They don't have no games with ray tracing. Like they don't have no instant loading games. They don't have like nothing to take no 3D audio or nothing to take advantage of next generation. The Series S is holding them back anyway. They can't even get games running on their console because of that shit. So they got bigger problems than to be worried about PlayStation games and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Shout out to Porter Rock. He says yeah, exactly. Spider-Man 2 got multiple performance options, ray tracing, haptic feedback, instant loading, VR, all that shit. He said it's good to see a first party game that actually includes current gen tech in their games instead of making excuses. Big facts. Big facts. Dudes out there talking about why you don't need instant loading, why you don't need ray tracing, why you don't need this and why you don't need that. Like, man, what the fuck? My brother Stoller said, he said, and I grew up with Xbox. He said, I grew up with Xbox. Me not wanting the Xbox says a lot about how they're running the console. Listen, them glory days of the OG Xbox and the Xbox 360 are over. Dudes keep thinking that them days coming back. They're not. That shit got watered down to a subscription service. You don't get great games, great big, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Frosty was good, player. You just, I hate to say it, you just don't get Sony caliber games in a subscription service. You just don't. Even the fucking Bobby Kotick said that. He was like, nah, you'll never get Call of Duty in the goddamn subscription service unless Microsoft buy us out and put it in there. Johnny said Xbox is in a tough spot now because now every game is expected to be a 95 Metacritic, so they get their moment to shine. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you. The next disappointment is finna be this goddamn Forza. That shit gonna be like a 84, 85, and then that shit gonna come tumbling down. Microsoft thought they was slick. They gonna give all them pro Xbox sites review codes early because they know they're gonna front load it with a bunch of 10 out of 10s. But then on the back end, they're gonna get everybody else, all the regular review sites, a code after the game come out. So they was bragging about the early reviews. Oh my God, 10 out of 10, this game is great. Go ahead and buy it. Then when the game dropped, and a week later, the reality sets in. Now this bitch finna tumble to the 70s. Yeah, Mary Wilcox said, yeah. She says, yep, that's why I haven't upgraded to a Series X. There's no point. Listen, Vigilante was good. There's never a reason to upgrade to a Series X because the Series S, developers are only going to make games for the Series S. That's it, period. That's the lead platform for the Xbox. Cloud Strife said, but J-Dub, think about this. Avowed got downgraded. It looks like trash. Yep, Sea of Thieves. They downgraded that game to look like Sea of Thieves, bro. That shit is disheartening. He said Fable looks spooky. Listen, they showed Fable. That for one, I still don't believe that's gameplay. And even if it was running on PC, that's not how it's going to look on console because you got the Series S. Hellblade 2, we know it's going to be 30 frames a second. We know they haven't even really showed us actual gameplay. They showed us the little face. They still doing motion capture for the face. I mean, I hate to say it, man. It's just what it is. Microsoft they didn't have their plan just blew up in their face again this generation. And now with two next generation, allegedly two next generation consoles. Think about this: two next generation consoles that are getting outdone by the OG Xbox One with the Kinect, the VCR joint. They just spent $100 billion for Activision Blizzard and Bethesda and the other shit that they bought, right? $100 billion, and they still last place. Imagine if Sony was to spend $100 billion. Imagine the kind of games you can get out of that shit. Yeah, well, right now they are officially they turning Xbox into this whole subscription thing. It is Game Pass. It's no longer about the hardware. Even Digital Foundry said that. So you can expect there to probably not be you're not getting a mid-gen refresh. The Series X is your mid-gen refresh. Phil Spencer said that. He said that with his own mouth. So don't be expecting it next year when the Switch 2 comes out and when the PlayStation 5 Pro come out. What are Xbox guys going to do? They're going to be playing on the Series S while everybody fucking playing at crazy resolutions and in crazy frames. Like, bruh. Sony ain't even got that kind of money to be spending. But imagine what they would do with it if they had it. Sony had the foresight to buy Insomniac for what, 200 million? 180 million, something like that. And that was a fucking cheap steal. They basically drop a game a year. A high caliber, next generation, fucking banger a year. They got multiple teams working. They shit don't be janky and broken when it come out. I mean, and the crazy thing about it is Insomniac was begging Phil Spencer to greenlight Sunset Overdrive 2. But guess what? Phil said, nah, that's all right, player. Oh, you can bet Bungie helping with that goddamn Helldivers 2. You can bet they helping with that shit. Shatola. There was a couple of joints that I like from the Nintendo Direct. Other than that, I thought it was eh. I think it was it's not Nintendo's brighter moment. But then again, my expectation was they're gonna save the good shit. Nintendo not dumb. They gonna say the good shit for that Switch too. They just giving us just enough to limp along into next year. You gonna get a new Mario next year. You gonna get a remake of the goddamn or a remaster of the goddamn Zeldas. A new Mario Kart. You gonna get a lot of shit next year from Nintendo with that goddamn console. That shit gonna sell like hotcakes. But guess what? Sony got to be ready with their PS5 Pro too, because they don't want to have everybody out buying Switches and not PlayStations. So I think that's why I think again, like Phil say, he can't compete with Nintendo and Sony. So right now it's a two-man game. Nintendo and Sony, they just fighting over, you know what I'm saying? They want people to spend money with them instead of other person. So, and that's fine. They both delivering great games. They both delivering what us as gamers need. It's unfortunate Microsoft couldn't join the party.
Having liberated the hourglass and become keeper of time, my next task was to restart history.
Very unfortunate. But you can't force them. You can't force Microsoft to fucking be good in gaming.
To craft a new era. It was with humility and restraint.
I mean,
I approached this.
it is what it is.
After careful preparation, I began work, painting
You can't force them to want to fucking be good.
Eons more. I brush
Anyway, I just want to kind of talk to y'all a little bit about the state of play. Again, I think they knocked it out the park with it. They exceeded everybody's expectation. Even if you gave it an 8, 8.5, 9, 10, that's right there with everybody else. I think everybody is pleasantly surprised with it. They had some surprise. They had some things that we kind of thought they were going to show. So, you know what I'm saying?
to finish it.
Yeah, Dreamwalker said as long as there's no change in Xbox leadership, they'll get the same results. Big facts. I've been saying it. I said when they got rid of Dunny D, they should have got rid of Phil too. And the other team, you know, when you hire a new coach, you let him hire new people and his own players. If not, you're gonna have the same baggage that the previous people had, and that's what they have. They have the same baggage. They have the same old stale people there. Look how long it took for them to get rid of Bunny Ross. You dumping hundreds of billions of dollars into gaming. You're not making any profits. Nobody's buying your consoles. Nobody's willing to buy games anymore on your platform. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Well, the good thing about Balmer, right, is when he saw the problems, he was willing to throw money at it. Sati is not throwing no money at anything that's not subscription based. It's not if it's not about Azure, he don't give a fuck. He's on that Azure shit. He's on all of that shit. Listen, Cloud, I love Sarah Bond, but here's the thing. Unless she has a new playbook, she's just going to be an extension of what Phil is already doing. If Game Pass is your in game, it's going to lead to the same result. You got to have something else. You got to have pride in your hardware. You got to have pride in your games. The fact that they let Redfall, their first next generation $70 game, come out to be a dud. The fact that they let Halo come out to be a dud like that. The fact that they had Starfield to come out and be mid. These guys really don't know what a great game is. And this is why they'll never have a GOTY. They'll never have a game of the generation. Anytime you think a game of the generation or game of the year, it's always gonna be a toss up between Nintendo and Sony. Always. It's either gonna be from Sony or it's gonna be from Nintendo. It'll never be from fucking Microsoft. Listen, Baldur's Gate 3, it's one of my favorites. It's in my top 3 favorite games of the year thus far. I think it deserves. Well, we'll see with the Spiderman come out, but I think it's almost a shoe-in for game of the year. And I think how the voting is going to go, it's going to win it because it's a new game, and it doesn't win all the time. You know, if Spider-Man win, they'll say, Sony always win. It's Jeff Keighley. The system is rigged. It's rigged. The game is rigged. You know how it is. That's why they gave it to fucking Elden Ring instead of God of War. Can you imagine if God of War would have won? The dudes was already saying it was rigged. They was already attacking Jeff Keighley. They was already attacking him. Oh, you Sony fanboy, yada yada yada.
Having liberated the hourglass and become keeper of time, my next task was to restart.
So yeah, I think the Switch is going to probably if the Switch can lock it in at 1080p 60 or 1440p 60 or something like that, I think it's great. I honestly think they're gonna settle with the 1080p 60 because it's a handheld, and you got to think about battery life and all that stuff. Now, here's the thing: will the dock have a chip in it, a GPU or something in it that'll let it upscale or let it run better? in dock mode than handheld? If so, then cool. If not, then man, I ain't gonna lie. If Nintendo fuck us again with this dog shit ass goddamn hardware, bro, I'm gonna be mad.
Whether or not they do,
I'm gonna be mad.
ability.
I'm not asking for much.
My power only
You know,
lives
1080p 60 isn't much. Right now, we getting
duty of
720p,
to protect
360p, 30 frames in most games. I just want the goddamn Switch to be able to run great fucking multiplats. If they can make them run a solid 1080p 60, I think the job is done. That means what we can play the Call of Duties and play the Mortal Kombats and stuff without looking and squinting and being like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? The problem is, in order to get that type of performance, you're going to be looking at Steam Deck and the ROG Ally. You're going to be looking at those price points anywhere between 550 to 700. Are Nintendo fans willing to come out of that 349 market price to go up to 500, 600? But then you do that, then you're more pricier than a PS5 digital. Now you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Now people got to start thinking. That's a little bit too much for a Nintendo product at this point. So I don't know. Maybe that DLSS shit can scale and give it, but we'll see. The proof is in the pudding. We'll see. You know, if you give me a Breath of the Wild or a Tears of the Kingdom, um, with 1080p 60 with all the bells and whistles and graphics and all kind of stuff, dude, I'm on it. I'm on it. But if you come with that same shit, man, like, yeah, nah, that's I ain't buying that shit. Anyway, man, I'm about to get out of here. Thank y'all for rocking out with me. I'm sorry, man. I was going for like 30 minutes. My fucking mic on the system was muted, but not my headphone. My headphone was straight, but I had to go into the stream setting and unmute it from there. It's bullshit. Anyway, that's what I get for streaming from my PS5. I should have had all that shit figured out beforehand. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and chop that 30 minutes out, and that way I can have a great stream and I can upload and do all the stuff. Big facts. Dr. Martin Van Nostril. Definitely, brother. I'm gonna have a scotch on you. Y'all have a good night, man. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.